5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
You are listening to The Bad Boy Radio Show with Mr. Locario and Miles Cunningham. This is that real shit, not that fake shit. The only radio show that's not afraid to tell you the truth about the game. This is The Bad Boy Radio Show. Remember, the truth is inside you.
Yeah, people. We're back. We're back. We're making it happen.
Yes, son.
It's going down. This is The Bad Boy Show. Mr. Locario, Miles Cunningham in the building. You feel me? So today, guys, we're going to be talking about Valentine's Day and the hustle that Valentine's Day is all around. It's gonna be a good show. Hustle. It's gonna be a good show and it's crazy because as we're recording this now, it's 9:30 at night on Valentine's Day. So this is like at the end of Valentine's Day. So when you hear this, Valentine's Day is probably gonna be over. You feel me? But you know, you guys need to know for next year what to look out for. You feel what I'm saying? And what to do, you feel me? So we're gonna be talking about that. Also, we got some news stuff popping off, you feel me? So Miles, what's going on? How you been, man? How's life?
Chilling, man. Taking care of business, man. You know how it is, man. When you're an entrepreneur and you getting shit popping, you feel me?
I feel you. So look, we're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, we're gonna get into some news, and then we're gonna get into the topic, and we're gonna do what it do, man. You're listening to the Bad Boy Radio Show. We'll be back in a second.
Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy-to-follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.
All right, people. We're back. We are back making it happen.
Yeah,
man. So this is, oh my goodness, there's a couple of things that was going on in the news. It's a lot of goofy shit to me. I don't know, but we gotta put the news music on real quick. Hold on, listen to this. Yes, that means that just sounds so retarded. Anyway, I gotta do one more time. Okay, so. In news, in this, we got a lot of stuff here because it's funny. But first thing we got to talk about is this Beyonce shit. You know,
oh man,
it's like for those who don't know, if you've been living under a rock. So what was it? Last week the Super Bowl happened, and Beyonce
last Sunday around this time,
right? And Beyonce did what did she do? She did a halftime show, and she brought out the Black Panthers. I mean, not the Black Panthers, but she brought out chicks, you know, representing the Panthers. And also she came out with that.
Well, you see, it's inferred, okay? It's all inferred.
Right.
It's all assumed. I mean, just to put it objectively, she brought out all, like, basically brown or dark-skinned black chicks with Afro puffs and black leather outfits on.
Right.
And she herself was wearing a black leather outfit, and in Michael Jackson fashion, she was wearing those, you know, those gold things that look like, you know, bullets.
Right.
You know, bullet bands, you know, in an X crossed around her chest. And then she, the day before, she had released the song Formation. And then she also sang the song Formation. And then within the Formation dance on the field, those girls in the outfits, they made an X and a whole bunch of other stuff. So, and, you know, the lyrics to the song kind of talk about, you know, police brutality and blackness and things like that.
Right. And then, so, you know, a bunch of white folks are mad because of the song and the Super Bowl thing. And, you know, they actually had some lady on, I forgot, I don't even know what this lady's name is, but it was some white chick on some show nobody heard of. That was
right.
That was going around and it was going around the internet. It went viral where she was like, you know, Beyonce, she's disrespecting the white domination. You understand? I'm just like, wow, like they're blatant with their white supremacy. We got to give them a hand for that.
Yep.
We got to give them a hand for that. Oh my goodness.
The thing that kills me about what what the girl was saying on the show. It was a Fox News show, by the way, and I don't know the name of the girl neither, because I don't even really want to promote her or nothing. But she said something, and I think it's a big misunderstanding that a lot of people have. But she said something about Black Lives Matter. She said, Beyonce is out here promoting that Black Lives Matter and white lives don't. And then that's the part that kills me. The message of Black Lives Matter is not to say that other lives don't matter.
Right.
But the fact that black people get killed, by cops so frequently, you understand? And I mean, we're basically the only racial and cultural group in America that has been clearly hung on trees for the public to see. You understand?
Right.
Having nothing to do with, the old corporal punishment practices. Like, niggers were literally, and I'm saying the word niggers on purpose, niggers were literally hung from trees just because they were black. Like,
right.
This is the history of this country. And then nowadays, black people and black men, black women, black people in general, because you got Sandra Bland, she's quote unquote committing suicide in the jail, but according to the video cameras, she was just fine. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And then you got, the Ferguson stuff, and they choking the dude out in Staten Island, and I mean, the kids are getting shot 13 times for absolutely no reason. Like,
right.
I saw a video the other day. The dude, it was a firefighter. It was a firefighter trying to help somebody get out of their car. A firefighter in full uniform. The cops pulled up to the scene and jumped on the nigga and started beating him down.
Wow, are you serious?
Yeah,
that's crazy. That's crazy.
When they say that, I mean, if any white people listening to this right now, when they say Black Lives Matter, it's not to say that other lives don't, but it's trying to bring attention to the ridiculousness of the attack on blacks. Like, it's ridiculous. Like,
right.
it's totally unbalanced. Like,
but you see, you know what it is? Is that like white folks have a hard time understanding the fucked up shit that's going on, because they a lot of them truly believe that white people couldn't be racist, because like, let's say you got a white person who feels like they're not racist, and they just they think like it's a limited like a number of white people that are racist. They're like, yeah, probably there is racism, but maybe it's only like 2% of white people. It can't be, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how they actually think, you know what I mean? So they just can't believe, they're thinking that black folks are just complaining all the time. Like, I don't understand why you guys are always complaining. Like, the cops are here to protect you and help you. And if you would just do what you're supposed to do, then nothing's going to happen to you. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's their thing. You understand? And then so they're looking at it where even they was talking about with the Black Panthers and, Beyonce bringing up all that stuff about the Panthers and all that other stuff. They were actually comparing the Black Panthers to the KKK, talking about the Black Panthers are a hate group. I was like,
let me tell you something. If you study the history of the Black Panthers, the Black Panthers was an organized group of black people. They even included people from other cultures, like some Spanish and some white people. They used to run community programs. They used to give school kids breakfast in the morning. They used to have rallies. They used to raise money for community projects. The only time the Black Panthers ever got violent was when police came to break up their organizations and their progressive movement. That's the only time. The Black Panthers never just took it upon themselves to go to a white neighborhood and start shooting up shit. Never.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So them getting all... See, the real point is that, listen, we pay your fucking check, Beyonce.
Right.
You understand? If it wasn't for white America, your ass would still be singing in clubs in Texas. Bottom line. So you out here on the fucking Super Bowl talking all this black shit. That's not what we pay you to do, bitch. You understand?
That's exactly how they look at it.
I'm speaking in the mind of the white supremacist who's attacking Beyonce. That's exactly why they're mad, because it's like, bitch, you're a $500 million woman, and your husband is the other half. So you guys are a $1 billion family. Like, there's rumors of Jay-Z buying Beyonce a fucking island. Who does that? Right? And the white people, they know that it's because of our marketing and our money and our machine that you're so fucking rich. So where do you get off
Right.
pushing anything progressive towards black culture? You understand? That's why they're so mad.
You're spitting too much truth, Miles. They might shut us down, son. You gotta chill, son. You gotta chill, son. They're gonna shut us down with all that honesty. It's fucked up.
Nah, they're not gonna shut us down yet because they didn't start paying us yet.
Right,
I'll
right.
shut the fuck up when they start paying us. You feel me?
Exactly.
When Viacom and Comcast and all them niggas start breaking off checks, then I will shut the fuck up. I will sell the fuck out and keep it moving.
Right.
You feel me?
But see, that's the thing. You're absolutely right. They looking at it like, yo, we're the ones who put you in position. Our supremacy allowed you to do what you're doing. You understand? So they looking at it like, how dare you, come out and say. And this is the part that annoys me about white people is that the delusion is so heavy. Like, it's so heavy, like how delusional. You understand? Like, because I'm starting to think, I'm like, okay, either you're delusional or you are like, what's going on, what's fucked up, but you're just trying to pretend you don't. Because I'm like, some of the shit that I hear out of white folks' mouth when situations like this happen, I'm like, yo, you can't be that stupid. Like, you can't be that ignorant. It's just like, how the fuck do you not see this shit? It's crazy to me. I'm like, wow, like that shit is wild to me. But you know what it is that, on a psychological level, you got to understand when you're in a position, or when you got to say, like, with identity, white people identify themselves with like the best. You understand? Even on a subconscious level, you understand? Like, they identify themselves with, like normal. Like, we're normal people. All the rest of y'all minorities, I don't know what's going on with y'all. You understand? Like, but we're actual like human beings. So y'all are just You understand what I'm saying? So whenever you attack or you criticize like the crazy shit that white folks have done to gain their supremacy, it's like it's like telling a chick, she's doing fucked up shit. Like, she knows she's doing fucked up shit, but when you call her on it, it makes her see the reality, and then she sees how fucked up the shit she's doing. So it's like, well, no, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't want to hear that, blah, blah, blah. So this is the same thing with white folks. It's like when you bring up some real shit, they get like, oh no, like I can't hear that stuff, because it's a reminder that what they're doing is retarded. Just like when they do those, the Kings of Egypt and all those other Egyptian movies with white people in them. You see what I'm saying? Like they can't even let black folks or people of color, where the real story was actually about them. They can't even let that rock. You understand? Like, they have to take everything to that level where it's them on top, no matter what. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, no matter what. You understand? So
it's crazy.
That's how this shit goes.
I don't know if it's a direct parallel, but there is some kind of parallel between white entitlement and female entitlement in the United States of America.
It's real. It's true.
It's real, son. Let me tell you something real quick, real fucking quick. There's a TV show, a brand new TV show that comes on Fox, right?
Right.
And I was checking it out on TV this evening. My dude, I'm not even gonna explain the name of the show to promote it, but it's on Fox.
Right.
There is the main dude is a white dude.
Mm-hmm.
There is like a chick. I think she's either Indian or some type of mixed breed.
Right.
And then there's a Asian chick. Then there's another white dude. And then there's a black guy and an Indian guy. Right? Check this out. You know when in the beginning of the show, when they showing all the characters of the show?
Right.
They show, just like this, how I'm telling it to you. The first guy that they show is the head guy. He's the white guy. Then they show the mixed breed chick, and now the white guy, there's his name and his picture all on the screen by themselves.
Wow.
Then there's the mixed breed chick, her name and her picture all on the screen by herself. Then when it comes to the black dude and the Indian dude, they're in a picture together, and their name is together. And then when they get back to the Asian chick, it's her by herself with her name, and then the last white dude on the show, his picture and his name by himself.
Right.
So the only two that was grouped together was the black guy and the Indian guy.
Right.
How is that? How is that? All the women and all the white men have their fucking singular, like, cameos in the beginning of the show.
Right.
But the black dude in India, the two brown niggas, the two brown males, have to share space on the camera? Like, how does that work?
Right. Nah, they do that shit a lot. A lot of subliminal shit be going on. Like, there's this poster that I see in the fucking train station all the time. And they probably have it on other billboards, but it's Trevor Noah from The Daily Show. You know how he took over The Daily Show, whatever, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It's a poster of him and then the other people on the show. And it's like an Indian guy, a black guy, a black woman, another woman, and then another white guy, right? So in the picture, Trevor Noah's up front, right? And the rest are behind him, right? Now, everybody behind him is on a cell phone, like doing something, like taking a selfie, you know, looking goofy or whatever, looking like they're texting, right? Every person behind him is on a cell phone except for the other white guy, right? And the other white guy who's behind him is looking straight at the camera, the same way Trevor Noah is looking straight at the camera. Now, the only person who should be looking at the camera is Trevor Noah because he's the host of the show.
Trevor Noah.
But what they got to do, they need to also have the white dude, you understand, looking also because they have to be included in the leadership of all that shit. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's fucking ridiculous. Yep. So that's
and people will fucking. Like, they'll look at that poster and not see what you just explained.
Right.
But subliminally,
mm-hmm.
that white dude is, because have you ever looked at, there's something special about the optic illusion of when the subject of a picture looks directly into the lens of the camera.
Right.
What happens is you, as the viewer of the picture, that person is directly looking at you, no matter what angle you look at the picture from.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Right.
So that is a very powerful thing on a subconscious level, but a lot of people won't see it.
They won't pick
Just like how I noticed the cameos in the beginning of the show on Fox. And let me tell you, Fox in general is just, you know, I mean,
Exactly.
you know, Fox is basically run by the KKK. So, I mean, you know, I'm being facetious, but I'm not really. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Crazy.
But, you know, that's how that crazy shit go, man. But listen, on to other news that we got. Because we could be talking about this shit all day.
All day.
End up changing the show to the Bad Boy political show or some shit. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so the next story is Rhymefest, for those who don't know, which is a rapper who's, you know, worked with Kanye West. I think he's wrote some of his lyrics and all that other stuff. And, you know, people who are into rap, most likely we know who Rhymefest is. If you're just a, you know, commercial rap type of person, you probably won't. But anyway, Rhymefest is like Kanye's homeboy. You feel what I'm saying? So Rhymefest basically said that Kanye needs to stay out the public eye and seek counseling because he think he sort of has like mental problems at this point. You feel what I'm saying? So that I just found that interesting because like when I read it and I thought about it and I was like, you know, he might be right. He might be onto something because if you know somebody well, you understand? And you know,
right.
we know Kanye from what we see on TV or whatever on the internet and all that. It's like, but we haven't spent time with Kanye. This guy spent time with Kanye. He knows. So he's probably looking at the shit Kanye doing. You know, he's up in the media fucking changing his album title like 10 million times and, you know, doing all these rants about clothes. You know, so he's probably like, yo, this motherfucker is fucked up. He needs something wrong with this dude. And did you hear that he's in $53 million debt or some shit like that? That's
really?
Yeah. Kanye West. I think it's maybe from all them clothes he's trying to, you know, his clothing line or whatever he's trying to put in, you know, he's probably putting money to that or whatever. But basically they're saying that he said that he's $53 million in debt right now. And I'm just like, wow.
It's not impossible. It's not impossible because Kanye's been known to sink his money into any venture that he's doing because he's so ridiculously confident in his abilities and his creativity.
Right.
He puts up most of his own money in a lot of his business ventures. Mm-hmm. It's crazy.
That's true. I would love to be a fly on the wall and seeing Kim Kardashian's face when he told her that news. Like that shit must have been like that shit must have been crazy.
She's like, fuck this. Let me find Chris Humphrey.
Exactly, for real.
Call that nigga back because he got a steady NBA paycheck.
Right. She was probably like, what? Like, oh my God. Terrible.
Wow.
Terrible. But anyways,
I hope whatever it is he can recover or whatever. Because I mean, he could be in debt, and I mean, it's the type of thing where them people got different kinds of money.
Right, exactly.
So he could be in $53 million of like business debt because his business money over here is what it is. Like he invested in this and he did too much of that, but he still got his savings. And remember, a guy like Kanye still has a lot of checks coming in from royalties and.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's not like he's broke or anything.
Right. Every time you hear like a new movie coming out and they using his music in the trailer and all that type of shit, he gets checked. So don't think that the nigga's broke, but he just might be spreading himself a little bit too thin.
Right. It's crazy. So now in other news, a 20-year-old mom was having sex with dogs and fantasizing about incest, and this is coming from her boyfriend. And she's only 20 years old, and she's been, having, I think they said it was like oral sex and vaginal sex with dogs, and also talking about she was fantasizing about incest, and also she was basically saying that she was thinking about wanting to have sex for money, because since she likes sex so much, she felt like, hey, I might as well get paid for it. So now she wants to be a whore. So, I mean,
nice.
Man, like this woman. I mean, if any dudes out there is pimping, I don't know. This might be the one. This might be the one.
This might be the one to get you the house in like a month. Like
this might be your bottom bitch right here. I don't know.
Damn.
Oh my goodness. Oh my God. And in other news, a woman said that her boyfriend knowingly infected her with HIV, and she's done a video. It's been going viral. And she's just saying like, yo, why didn't my boyfriend just tell me that he had HIV? You feel what I'm saying? And
right.
It's crazy because it sucks that happened, and I would hate for that to happen to anybody else or whatever. But what's interesting, and I was talking about this the other day with someone. I was saying that a lot of times shit like this, happens, and it's fucked up, and it happens in relationships because we don't have a safe space to be honest with people in relationships. Not even just, dating relationships, but just in general. Like, there's no safe space for people to be honest about nothing. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, we're in a very, like, fucking fake-ass bullshit society. It's almost to the point where, being honest is looked at as wrong or like, ridiculous. Like, people look at you like you crazy if you be honest with them. You understand? It's like, like nobody wants to hear the real shit. So when shit like this happens, it's like, you've been lying to your girl for so long. Your girl's been lying to you for so long. Your teachers and parents and your coworkers have been lying to you for so long, about how they feel about you, about what they, like and dislike, whatever. Everybody's fucking lying to everybody. So it's just going to be a habit that you're going to just keep lying. You're going to keep shit away from people. You know what I'm saying? He's probably like, well, let me not say nothing. Maybe she ain't going to catch it. What, like he's probably thinking that shit. You understand? But this is what happens when you don't have that sort of transparency in your relationships. You know what I'm saying? That's why, because a lot of times when I've dealt with chicks, I try to let them know up front, like, look, don't be the type of chick to feel like you need to withhold information from me. And the funny part is that even when I said that, I still found out they were withholding information. You understand? So it's like they can't even fucking, tell the truth when you're saying, yo, tell me the fucking truth. It's all good. You understand? But they probably think that I'm lying when I'm telling them it's okay to tell the truth. So, hey, I don't know. We're all fucked. We're all fucked, man. It's crazy.
Plus, females are nasty. Because females eat a lot of ass. Females eat a lot of ass, and they do a lot of wild shit.
Mm-hmm. No, it's true.
Do a lot of wild shit.
It's true.
I mean, everybody's kind of nasty, but the things I've seen females do, they're number one. They are number one, and God bless them, because I mean, for the most part, it's pretty exciting stuff. But I'm just saying, females are nasty as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Because they probably was having sex with condoms, and he's like, nah, we'll just keep using the condoms. He's like, no, I want to feel you inside me.
Right. Yo, and you know it's crazy, man. Like I'm telling you, like you really got to get into the habit of using condoms, man, because
Pretty much.
Cause fucking raw feels so good. You understand? Like it feels so good.
Yep.
And you just need to not, you have to forget how good it feels to fuck raw. I'm just saying, like, you have to get so immersed in how it feels to fuck with condoms. You understand that you got to,
Right.
you have to, because then otherwise you're just going to end up be like, fuck it. Let me just stick it in for a couple minutes. You understand? And then that's it.
Right.
You know, it's like, because it just feels so good. I think, you know, I don't believe in God, but if there is a God, that's like a cruel joke he's put on us. You understand? It's just like, he was like, oh, y'all niggas think y'all could create some shit that's going to stop y'all from wanting to fuck raw? Nah, son. Because that shit feel good, son. Like, oh, oh my, like,
Oh, man.
like you ever had sex with a chick raw and it felt so good that like, it was just like you felt like everything you said or like wrong about a chick or fucked up about a girl, you just wanted to take it back and say you were sorry. You understand? Like it's just so good. You like you start understanding why niggas be simping. You start understanding why niggas be going all out. It's just like this is what they were talking about. Like, God damn.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
But there's
Yeah.
consequences, man, to
It's
raw
consequences.
fucking. You know, you get herpes, get HIV, and worst of all, you can get kids. You understand? So you can't.
Worst of all. Worst of fucking all. Like, herpes lasts forever, but it comes and goes.
Right.
Kids is with you for at least 18 years straight.
Right.
Like, that's crazy.
And it's not even really the kids though. It's more so that you know,
The slavery?
so the slave. It's more so that you have to be attached to this woman for 18 years. You feel what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
That's the part it's just like, because the kid might be
she's
cool
the
and
slave
shit.
master. She'll be the slave master.
Exactly.
That's the thing.
Exactly. So it's
Man.
it's just too much, man. Like, you know, get you a condom, get some lubricants if you need it or something. You know, just because it'll be a little bit smoother. Even if you need to get like the thin ones, but you got to be careful with the ultra thin ones because those will get all worn out and fucked up.
Pop.
But
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, you know, put on some lube, make sure she is all wet and get it as slippery as possible.
You know what you can do too? Try to get some of that the warming gel and squirt a little of that inside the condom so it'll give you that warm sensation so you can feel a little bit of more warmth maybe. That might help. Help.
Because I'm saying it's not worth it, you know what I'm saying, after because I've been in them situations, man. It's just like yo, like you just like fuck, man, like you start asking questions, trying to rationalize the shit, you understand? You be like, well, let me just
let me tell you something though. Raw sex is the best, but there's nothing worse than the space of time between when she tells you that her period is late and when she finally gets the fucking period.
Oh God.
Son, son, you want to kill everything and everyone, including her. Like,
right.
son, like, that happened to me a couple of times, and I was planning how I was going to put the bitch down the stairs. I was going to do some, in my mind, I done the worst things to females when they told me that they missed their period, because I'm like, ain't no way you having this kid, because I'm not feeling you like that. You feel me? Like,
right.
Oh, man, it's so bad. So bad. So just use a condom, I mean. Just use a condom, like.
Basically.
And double check the condom, too. Don't just keep fucking, like, take some time and get some foreplay popping off. Just pull your dick out, you know what I'm saying? Take the condom off and get a new one. Just get a fresh one.
Right, basically. That's why.
Foreplay, maybe get some more head or something.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Just get a fresh one, dog, because trust me.
That's why they come in the 3-pack, you know what I'm saying? So you can just.
Exactly.
You just got to, because sometimes, as hard as that, you
don't
might.
Get a 3-pack to fuck three chicks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Get a 3-pack to fuck one chick. and then make that happen. But listen, we're going to go on a quick break. When we come back, we're going to get into this topic. We're going to be talking about the Valentine's Day hustle and what you got to look out for, man. It's crazy out there, guys, all right? We'll be back in a second. This is the Bad Boy Radio Show. Do you want to learn the easiest way to have more sex with more women? Then get the critically acclaimed book, How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day. In this book, you'll learn everything you need to know about attracting and sleeping with beautiful women. That's How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day. Get your copy today at MrLocario.com. That's MrLocario.com. MrLocario.com. Are you an actor who needs headshots? Do you have an event or a wedding coming up and you need a photographer? If you do, make sure you go to PavionPhoto.com. Pavion is a professional photographer who will supply you with high-quality video and photography services for any event. Contact him at PavionPhoto.com. That's PAVION Photo.com. PavionPhoto.com. We are back, people. We are back on the Bad Boy Radio Show. So today, guys, you know, right now, as we were recording this, it's Valentine's. You feel me? And, you know, this is the time of year where, you know, there's a lot of lonely women crying in their bedrooms at night. There's a lot of, you know, men in relationships who are very stressed out. You know, so it's it's crazy out here. You know what I'm saying? But the thing you got to understand, you know, what I want to talk about with Valentine's Day is, you know, we want to talk about, you know, what's the point and, you know, what's really actually going on with Valentine's Day? Because, you know, everybody's like, oh, it's a special day, spend it with the special person and all this other stuff. But let's get real here, okay? Valentine's Day usually, it's usually one or two things happening, or both of these things happening. It's usually men being able to or trying to game single women and, you know, take advantage of the fact that they're thirsty as fuck at this time of year, right? Or it's men in relationships having to prove how much they love their woman by doing a whole bunch of bullshit. You feel what I'm saying? So that's really what it is. That is Valentine's Day, people. And what you got to understand about Valentine's Day is that it's really women-centered. It's a woman's holiday. So any guys complaining about, you know, not getting Valentine's Day gifts and all that, like, stop. Just stop. What the fuck are you doing? You understand? This is a woman's holiday. Cares anyway. You know what I'm saying? This is a woman's holiday, guys. And also remember, I think it's March 14th, if I'm not mistaken, is Steak and Blowjob Day. So that's the male version of Valentine's Day. So make sure you guys are ready for that in March. Make sure you remind your women or any woman you're dealing with that it's Steak and Blowjob Day on March 14th, okay? Because they love to forget that shit. You feel what I'm saying? But
pretty much.
The thing I wanted to say is this, man, like, you know, for you guys out there, because what happened is some dude hit me up and he was like, you know, he hit me up and he was like, yo, Mr. Locario, we need that game. We need that game for Valentine's Day, right? So, you know, I was like, I thought he was talking about he wanted the Valentine's Day sale, because I usually have a Valentine's Day sale on MrLocario.com. This is a shameless plug. So, guys, make sure you go to MrLocario.com right now. And the sale is actually going to be ending tonight. I might extend it for another hour, so I might make it go to like 1 a.m. So, you know, make sure you go today and go to MrLocario.com and get the Valentine's Day sale, because you got half off and shit, right? But what he wanted to know also, he was like, yo, what's some game to deal with chicks on Valentine's Day? Like, you know, what the hell do you do, right? I mean, basically, it's really simple. All you need to do is talk to a chick, figure out how thirsty she is about Valentine's Day. Some of them are going to front. Usually the ones who are fronting are the most thirsty. And then you sort of finagle your way into that situation. And usually it's best to do this about a week before Valentine's Day. You feel what I'm saying? Because as the days go by, the pressure is on. And you have to understand something about women. Women are all about attention and how they feel. So the thing is, they need to feel special. You understand? They need to feel important. They need to feel loved. So if you can create that feeling, you understand, then you're in there. You understand? But and especially around this time of year. But you as a dude, you got to figure out what the fuck you trying to do with this chick. Are you trying to just smash, or are you trying to really like keep shit going? Because you got to know how to, maneuver how you're going to do your thing so that you don't really get yourself in a fucked up situation. Because actually, there was actually a story in the news today about a woman who tried to stab her boyfriend because he didn't buy her a Valentine's Day present. You feel what I'm saying?
Oh, God.
So, so you guys got to be careful out there, man.
She wanted, you know how the box of candy is in the shape of a heart?
Right.
She was gonna fucking cut his fucking chest open and take his heart out.
Oh, yeah,
since he didn't want to give her a heart.
Exactly.
Fucked up, man. These chicks are crazy. God damn.
And the thing I wanted to ask the question, like, because you remember the dude Mark Rudolph? He had that campaign called Boycott Valentine's Day.
Right.
So Miles, do you think that men should boycott it, or just like, sort of just still go with it? What's your thoughts on that?
Well, okay. Me personally, I do not celebrate Valentine's Day. Any woman that's with me, I let that be known from the beginning, because I don't need a day to prove that I love you or whatever. But I think it's a day. See, the thing is, you got to understand, basically, is that if you look at every month, in almost every month, there is a holiday in almost every month of the year. Mm-hmm. And this is because corporations need to make money. So they figured out a way to make a holiday in every month, because next month is St. Patty's Day. So that means the bars are going to be making a lot of money, and people who sell liquor are going to be making a lot of money, and so on. But the point, the whole thing with Valentine's Day is that you can submit to the bullshit and follow all the rules and buy your girl something and just go ahead with it. And that, I think it works for people who are like actually in love, who are in, decent relationships or whatever.
Right.
Or you can use Valentine's Day to send a message to your female, because remember, chicks are like children. I mean, nobody will really admit this to you as a man, but females are like children. If they're not acting right, if things are wrong in a relationship and there's things that needs to fix, you can use Valentine's Day as either a reward/punishment situation to let her know how you really feel about how the relationship is going.
Damn.
So I think, Valentine's Day could be used to your advantage if you know exactly what you're doing.
Right.
But it's up to you as a man to make that choice. Because I see a lot of dudes, they just kind of fall in line. Like, even if the woman treats them like a piece of shit and she doesn't respect them and so on and so forth, you still see them online at the store, buying chocolates and bears and all this nonsense. And I'm like, yo, if you're not acting right, I don't care what day it is, you ain't getting shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. you ain't getting nothing. So, you really got to know what the hell it is you're doing. You got to figure out what your relationship is really about. And, sometimes you need to dump a chick on Valentine's Day just to let her know how serious you are. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yo, that would be the shit. It's crazy. Oh my God. Because it's funny, like, because what I noticed too is that Valentine's Day is just a big situation for validation, to validate to the woman how much, how important she is or how special she is. Because again, they want to feel special. They want that attention. It's a self-esteem thing. It's a thing for, because that insecurity within women is heavy. Like, you got to understand, heavy. Like, when you get with a lot more women, you will realize how heavy the low self-esteem is with women. You understand? It's funny because I commend women to an extent, because women are very, very good at putting up a front. Like, you would think, like, if you're a dude who doesn't really talk to girls, or who doesn't have experience hollering at chicks, or who isn't confident to really go up to girls and make something happen, for some reason, when you look at women, they look like super confident motherfuckers. They be coming up in the club with the high heels, with the dresses, looking all sexy. You understand? So you thinking, that's why dudes be like, oh, she's out of my league, and I don't know if I can go and talk to her, and she just looks so hot, blah, 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 because they put up this thing. But the real reality is, a lot of these women are super insecure as fuck. You understand? So
Right.
the Valentine's Day thing is huge because now what it does is it basically makes you sort of like put this chick on a pedestal where she feels like she's supposed to be, and it's just extra validation for her. It's not even about like the love you have for her or the love she has for you. No, it's a day to say, hey, I need you to extremely make me feel good because I don't feel good about myself. That's really what it is. Because
Right.
I remember, I don't know if you remember this, Miles, but this was years ago with my ex-girlfriend, right? And this is when me and you used to live in Williamsburg, right? So
Yeah.
this shit pissed me off. So me and my ex-girlfriend, right? We celebrated Valentine's Day a day before Valentine's. So I think it was February 13th. We celebrated Valentine's Day that day because I actually had some work I had to do on the 14th, which was the actual Valentine's Day. So I was like, okay, let's celebrate Valentine's Day on the 13th, right? So we celebrate Valentine's Day on the 13th. We go out, we go out to eat. We have some fun. I think we went to the movies. Then we, went out to do some other shit or whatever. So we had like a whole day of Valentine's shit, right? So then the next day comes, and I remember you came in the house with your girl, and I think y'all went to some fancy ass restaurant or some shit. You understand?
Yeah,
So,
nigga. You know how I do, nigga. That's back in the day when I was actually celebrating. I was still simping and celebrating Valentine's Day. Yeah.
So,
But I was doing it big though.
right. So y'all went to some fancy ass place. And so your girl comes in and she's talking to my girl, talking about, oh yeah, we went to here and it was so nice and blah, blah, blah. So now, since me and my girl didn't do anything that day, she felt some sort of way. She was upset as fuck. And I'm like, we celebrated all of this shit yesterday, right? But what was going on was that since it was actually Valentine's Day and she perceived what you guys were doing as more like a better thing. So she's thinking, why didn't my man, which was me, take her out to this fancy restaurant? You understand? So she's equating her whole shit to that. Like, chicks always looking at what this other chick got or what she did. So it's not about fucking love. You understand? It's not about you celebrating love. It should be Happy Validation Day, not Happy Valentine's Day. You feel what I'm saying? That's what it really needs to be. You feel what I'm saying? Because that's all it is. That is all that shit is. You understand? And the funny part about this whole thing that I find interesting is that, you have guys, in relationships who they feel this obligation to do something on this day. You understand? Like, they might not even want to. They might think this shit is stupid. They might be like, oh, I don't feel, you understand? But like, imagine a guy says to his woman, hey, look, I love you. I think Valentine's Day is stupid, so we're just not going to celebrate. We're not going to do anything because this is a retarded holiday. They just want me to go buy you cards and candy so I can waste my goddamn money. But we've been together for 12 years. Like, what the fuck are we doing? You feel what I'm saying? So
yeah, man.
So it's like, but the guy doesn't want to say that because he knows that his girl is going to feel, because if he said that to his girl's going to feel like that her man doesn't love her anymore, right? Forget the fact that you were with her for 12, 15 years. That means nothing. Because you didn't get her some card and candy, you don't love her anymore. And that's the retarded shit that goes on in relationships. This is why, people have bad relationships, because they don't understand what it is to actually love somebody and what the hell that actually means. You understand? This like Valentine's Day almost reminds me of Black History Month. And isn't it funny it's in the same fucking month? You understand?
Exactly. You know what it is? It's black people. If you call the Valentine's Day Validation Day, it's the same shit. Black History Month is just black people trying to search for validation and white supremacy. But that's a whole nother topic.
Right.
You see how you were saying, like, all the things that you did and how you took her out the day before and she just kind of forgot about all that shit?
Right.
You know that dogs have 15-minute memory spans, right? See, and this is why I always make the mistake of calling females bitches. It's not my fault, It's not my fault. Like, it's the behavior of these females why these things come out of my mouth. It's not just my fault. All right?
It's crazy, man.
It's science.
It's crazy. And I'm telling you, the whole thing is just a hustle all the way around. Do you understand?
Oh, yeah.
Like, there's so much anxiety that comes along with Valentine's Day. It's like, women are like, second guessing their whole lives because they're single on Valentine's Day. You understand? Lying to themselves like, oh, it's okay and all this other stuff and blah, blah, blah. And it's not wrong with being single. You understand? But it's like you get so caught up in what the day is, and you're so conditioned to feel like you need to, make something happen that day in order for you to feel good about yourself. That's ridiculous. You understand? And, I have to actually tip my hat to all the players out there who take advantage of this day. Seriously. Because you guys are doing God's work, man. You understand? Like, you're just seeing an opportunity and you're making it happen. Because I always, I remember I was talking to this dude and he was saying that he told me that he would talk to a girl, like he'll be out of town and he'll talk to a girl at a bar or club, whatever. He's maybe like, in town for maybe a day or two. Right. So he would lie his ass off. Cause what he said was that what he does is like, he works in computers or some shit. Right. But he said that when he goes out of town, he's not a computer guy. He's a fucking doctor. Do you understand?
Oh,
so I was like, so why do you go out of town and tell these chicks you're a doctor? And he was like, cause chicks want to fuck doctors, right? So the thing is, he's basically saying, look, if she's shallow enough to fuck me because I told her I was a doctor, then she deserves to be lied to. Like, I'm not going to feel bad lying to her because she's so shallow to just fuck. Because if I said I'm a computer guy, she's not going to fuck me just because I'm a computer guy. But as soon as I say I'm a doctor, he was like, their faces light up and they look all different. You understand? So the same thing happens for Valentine's Day. If these chicks are dumb enough to fall for the nonsense, to fall for the propaganda, to fall for the okey doke, then fuck it. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what it is. So when I hear people, because I hear people complaining like, oh, it's not, why are you going to take advantage of her like that? And because you got some dudes who they'll mess with a chick as the day is coming, and then they'll totally, not really mess with her around Valentine's Day because they're like, oh, I don't feel like buying her a present or nothing. So they'll just like be ghosts. They'll be gone. Like, or let's say a dude was dating a chick since January, since the new year began. And then all of a sudden, when it's coming around Valentine's Day, he vanishes. And then he calls her maybe like, February 20 something. And he's like, oh, what's up? How you been? I was busy. You feel me? Because he doesn't want to go nowhere near that day sometimes. Some of these dudes are like, I'm not going near women around that day. It's just not going to happen. You feel what I'm saying? Because women also will get the wrong idea. If you're with them on Valentine's Day, then they think it's like a thing. You understand? They're like, oh, he must love me because, he's with me on Valentine's Day. You feel what I'm saying? And it's crazy. It's crazy. Oh, and today is actually also Happy MGTOW Day for those that don't know.
Oh, yeah.
So
awesome.
Shout out to the MGTOWs who, for the people who don't know, men going their own way. Those are the guys who said they're opting out of relationships and marriage and all that shit. So they have adopted February 14th, which is Valentine's Day, as also Happy MGTOW Day, which is kind of like, that shit's kind of gangster though. Seriously, if you think about it, like of all days, they was like, fuck your Valentine, this is MGTOW Day. Like, we're like, fuck it. You understand? It's crazy out here.
I'm with them. I'll fuck Valentine's Day. Fuck, seriously, because to me personally, there is nothing like as unattractive as a female seeking validation.
It's true.
And that's what Valentine's Day is all about. And that shit turns me the fuck off. Like, really, bitch? Like, like I can't. And I'm only saying bitch in my case. You feel me? Like, not all bitches, just the bitches that I fuck with. Like who is all about Valentine's Day. Because first of all, I can't stand the chick that's like that follows the crowd. That's one thing.
Right.
And then you trying to be validated because it's Valentine's Day and all this and all that. And me, I'm the type of dude, like, I believe that my relationship and my interaction with you is way more special than any one day. You understand what I'm saying?
Right,
like, I'm a different kind of dude. I'm just I'm not about what everybody else is about. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that whole shit is just so unappealing to me.
Right. And it's funny because when we talk about love, because earlier we were saying about how men in relationships it's like they have to prove how much they love the woman, and they fucking equate whatever you bought or did as to how much you love them and all this other stuff. And see, the thing is, when you talk about love, right? If you really want to see how much your chick loves you, if you really, because I was chilling with this dude the other day, and he was basically asking me, he was like, yo, he was like, I'm having trouble thinking about getting my girl a Valentine's Day gift. I don't, he was like, I was going to take her out to this concert, or I was going to do this, or I was going to do that. And I said, dude, he was like, what should I do? And I said, how about you just do nothing? You understand? Like, how about you just don't do anything? And I was like, if you really want to see if your girl loves you, right? Tell her, look, baby, look, I love you, but we're not going to do anything for Valentine's Day. You understand? And then see how she reacts. Right. See how she reacts, right? Because if she reacts like, oh my God, what, you understand? That's not really love. You understand that? And it sucks because most women aren't conscious enough to they're not at a certain type of level to even understand that, because what they're going to do is, by you saying that, if they're on this lower frequency, right, they're going to think that what you just did means that you don't love them, that you don't care about them, because they equate your love and your care by what you give them, by all the shit you're doing for them. You understand? That's what they think love is.
Wow.
You understand? They think the more you give them, the more you love them. The more the less you give them, the less the less you don't love them. Whatever. You understand? So that's where they're looking at it. But if a chick really loves you, you understand? Tell that chick, look, we're not celebrating I said Thanksgiving. We're not celebrating Valentine's Day this year or next year or the year after that. You understand? Because I don't need that to let you know how much I love you. Like, if a chick really loves you, she's going to be cool with that. You understand? If you want to take it to the next level, right? Tell a chick you've been with for a while that, hey, baby, look, I love you, but, I don't really believe in marriage, but I still want to stay with you. Look at how she reacts to that, right? Look at how she reacts to that. If she really loves you, if she's on that, level of consciousness, she's going to understand that. You understand? The trick is that most of these chicks out here aren't on that, higher level of consciousness. So they're just going to equate you saying that as you not loving them. Why? Because they look at, they think that love has to do with all those extra shit that they see other guys doing. You understand? But these other guys, they're asleep too. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. They think, but my friend Susie, her boyfriend proposed to her and he gives her flowers and candy every Valentine's Day. He must love her. He loves her. I'm like, no, he don't love her. He's a fucking zombie. Do you understand? And she's a fucking zombie. Do you understand? This is that shit is not.
And if he's not a zombie, he's just doing it to keep the resource of vagina at hand.
That too, right? Exactly. You see what I'm saying?
Hey, real quick, I'm reading something online, right? It says that Valentine's Day. This is an article from 2014, so it's even crazier now. But it says Valentine's Day sales reached $17.6 billion last year. So that means in 2013 it was $17.6 billion, and then it says this year sales are expected to total $18.6 billion. This is an NPR article, by the way. So This is supposedly real shit. And then I'm reading up at the top. It says the original origination. I know that don't make no sense. Anyway, it says from February 13th to 15th, the Romans celebrated the feast of Lupercalia, and it has to do with men sacrificing goats and dogs, and then they took the hides of the goats and dogs and whipped the women with the bloody hides or skins of the dogs and goats.
Wow.
They said that the whipping was believed to make the women more fertile, and that's why they did it. So they would kill dogs and goats and then take the bloody skin and beat the hell out the women.
Wow.
with the skin. You
that's
understand?
crazy.
And this is research from a man named Noel Lansky, a historian from the University of Colorado at Boulder.
Man.
Like it says, the young women would actually line up for the men to hit them. They believed it would make them fertile.
Wow. You see, and it's funny.
Yep.
It's funny because you say that, and people will be like, "These chicks are crazy," or "These people are crazy." Why would women line up to get hit with this thing because they think it makes them fertile, right? But
Right.
we're basically doing the same shit now. Like women are lining up to get chosen to so guys can hit them with flowers and candy so they can feel good about themselves. Like that's all it is.
But listen to this. It goes even worse. It says the brutal feat included a matchmaking lottery in which young men drew the names of women out of a jar. The couple would then be coupled up for the duration of the festival or longer if the match was right.
Wow.
So this whole dating shit, it comes from, and then it says the ancient Romans may also be responsible for the name of our modern day of love. Emperor Claudius II executed two men, both named Valentine, on February 14th of different years in the 3rd century A.D. Their martyrdom was honored by the Catholic Church with the celebration of Saint Valentine's Day.
Wow.
So it's a lot of wild shit that goes around this whole holiday.
Man, I tell you, man, it's like when you really think about this shit, when you really think about it, I always felt like when something isn't natural, you feel it, you feel like something's off. You understand? And for me personally, Valentine's Day always felt off to me. You understand? It just felt, I was like, what? Like, it's like ridiculous. It's like a whole, it's just fake. You understand? It's just too much fake shit. Cause it's not, we're clouding it in this love thing and, oh, it's special and it's sharing with the ones you love and all this other stuff.
No, it's not.
But a lot of it is just fear. It's insecurity. It's attention whoring. You understand what I'm saying? That's really what it is. It's a lot of that shit. It's guys rushing to do shit they don't want.
The same vagina that you had sex with on February 13th will be the same vagina that you have sex with February 14th.
Right.
It'll also be the same mouth that gave you a blowjob yesterday.
Right.
So my thing is, if Valentine's Day is supposed to really be the shit, then I'll get you some gifts, but you bring another chick home.
Right.
So I can have a new hole to climb up in just for Valentine's Day.
Right.
If you want to really, you know what I'm saying?
I agree. I totally agree. I totally agree with that shit. For real, man. I'm like, man, because look, it's funny with steak and blowjob day, right? I feel like it's just, I don't know, and it talks to the difference between men and women. See, Valentine's Day is about a feeling. You understand? Like it's
right.
It's just a feeling like, oh, I want you to do all these things so I can just feel that shit. Like steak and blowjob, I'm eating something which is I'm supposed to eat so I can stay healthy, and I get a release of the semen so I can be stress free. Like there's a practical reason for steak and blowjob day. You understand?
Right.
Like I would actually like Valentine's Day more if it was like if I had to just fuck my girl in the ass day or something. You understand? Like I feel like that just would be better. You understand? Like what?
Right.
Because what's with all this extra stuff? Like, I don't got to spend no money to fuck you in the ass, right? So, I mean,
right.
Like, why we gotta do all this extra shit? But see, that's not what women want, though. You feel me? Women want attention, okay? Like, if you could give a woman, I'm not sure about this, but I wouldn't be shocked if this happened. There probably is a case of women catching orgasms just off the attention they get. You understand? Like a girl probably put up a picture of her half naked on Facebook or Instagram, and she probably got like 1,000 likes in 5 minutes. She probably just came on herself. You understand? So
that'll happen. That'll happen.
I'm saying so. I'm telling you, the attention is what they want, and that's what Valentine's Day really is. The attention that you're giving these chicks. You understand? That's what it is. That's what it is, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. And you know why a lot of chicks are nervous to fuck guys or try to prolong the sex? Because in a lot of cases in their history, having sex means the end of the attention. Do you understand? Just think about that. Think about that. Because you always see women try, let's go out on another date. Let me get to know you. Let me do this. Why? You know why? Because after I smash, I might be out, and the attention.
I might be out.
So,
and they know this. Exactly. They know this. Why didn't he call me back? Oh my God. Why? Because you are not better than your vagina.
Exactly. Jesus.
You are not better than your vagina.
Jesus, it's crazy.
The crazy part is that chicks think that their vagina is that special, but the truth is, vagina is vagina. Mm-hmm. The trick is for you to be better than your vagina.
Right.
So I'll stick with your vagina.
Mm-hmm. You know, they don't want to hear that shit. You feel me?
They don't want
to hear that shit. But listen, we are out of time, people. So this is another exciting episode of the Bad Boy Show. Tune in next week. Send your questions to askmrlocario@gmail.com. Make sure you go to badboymembership.com and become a member, where you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video tutorials every month. Make sure you go to mrlocario.com to get How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day, the ebook. Also go to pavionphoto.com if you guys need photos, because I know a lot of y'all are doing the online dating thing. Holla at your dude Pavion so you can get your photos done. And that is it, guys. We'll see you guys later. Remember, the truth is inside you. We're out. Peace.
Peace.
Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy-to-follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.